Hey everybody, it's Dave. How y'all doing? I'm doing pretty good for Tuesday. We did have some bad weather. Yeah, I felt a little off, funky. No vertigo. I've only had one attack in a year. I'm very, very happy with that. But, do you remember when you first had that first attack? Do you remember that? I remember mine. It was Christmas Eve 2014. I thought I was dying. I literally did. It was like the world was spinning. I'm vomiting. I can't stand. I'm sweating profusely. I must have lost 3 pounds in sweat. It was awful. And I got my sister-in-law was a nurse is over, and she's telling me, "Oh, it's just a virus." And I'm like, "Oh, all right." Listen to the nurse. And then the next day when I woke up, I felt okay. I kind of felt like I was drinking all day, all night long, like a hangover. Um, but I made it through the day and all that stuff. And then the day after that, I felt pretty good. Felt fine. Felt normal. So I'm like, oh yeah, it must have been a virus. And then a couple of weeks later, I'm in Virginia with my son, dropped my son off at AIT training, ATI training, whatever they call it. It was 10 years ago, 11 years ago. So AIT training. And while I was down there, luckily I was spending about 4 or 5 days doing some sightseeing and whatever, in case he needed something. Um, I had another attack. Okay, wait a day, wait another day. I don't know what this is. The virus isn't gone yet. And then come home. We get a blizzard. I'm shoveling. I get another attack. At this point, I'm going to the doctors. Doctors, oh well, they did that Eppley maneuver, and I felt a little better, but okay, it's BPPV, benign post-posterior vertigo. Here's some meclizine, do these exercises. Okay, so for like a year and a half, every time I had an attack, which was pretty awful, I did that. I took meclizine. I was able to make it through work. I was able to make it through the day, whatever. And then it stopped for a while, and it came back with a vengeance. You know. And in 2017, after all the trips to doctors and all that stuff, I get diagnosed with Meniere's. Now, we get to that point, because now at this point, we're in support groups. We're listening to other people's stories. And, other people's stories are just that. They're stories. Not that it didn't happen to them. It did. But they're stories. And it doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. Okay, I learned that. It doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. But we can get to that point of feeling lost, lonely, depressed. You don't want to be here anymore. And I understand that because I've been there. I've been there. This channel is called The Meniere's Experience. So I've been there, and luckily for me, I met a good friend who we still talk every day, like 9 years later. Founded groups together. Some of you may know her, Gina Marie Santana. You might know her. Great person, great gal. I love her to death. Um, but she pointed me. She didn't tell me exactly what to do, but she would point me in a direction. And, if you're having depression and thoughts, and those thoughts, you need to get help. Okay? You need to get some help, behavioral therapy. There's nothing wrong with it. I did it. I still, once in a while, go. Because this is a very scary thing, especially when you don't have it under control. And it's hard to get it under control. And I know. The only way I was able to get mine under control was surgeries. Okay. Sometimes other people can get under control with medications, beta histine, diuretics, low salt diet, steroid shots and gentamicin shots and beta histine and get it under control. I couldn't, and I can't take beta histine. So, the only thing that helped me get anything under control was surgeries. So when I had the surgery for the labyrinthectomy in 2019, that stopped the vertigo for a while. Okay, I still had the tinnitus. I still had the ear fullness. I still have the ear fullness today. Um, but the vertigo had stopped. Then the vertigo came back a few years later. Now I'm bilateral. Okay, it's the only thing, you weren't going to go through all the shots we did the steroid shots. I will say that, and that did help. I was getting one every 3 months, but it was becoming, I don't want to come every 3 months to get a shot in my ear. So we did the sac decompression surgery, and that seemed to take care of the vertigo, one attack in a year. So the surgeries is what got me under control. When you don't have it under control, it's very, very easy to get to that point where you don't want to be here anymore. That's when you got to get help. Because, see, over time, once you get it under control, over time you can get used to the tinnitus, the deafness, all these things. And there are things out there to help you with the deafness and tinnitus. I will say this, my tinnitus has calmed down quite a bit with the cochlear implant. And this side, it's calmed down quite a bit. I still have times when it goes, but it's a lot better. But even before that, it was, hey, I got to live with it. I'm not going to stop living because I got this. This isn't a permanent thing. I mean, it's a permanent thing, but I have to learn to live with it. And that's what you have to do. And you have to learn to live with it. Sorry to say, you do. Epsilon isn't coming out anytime soon. There's no magic cure from Japan. And not everybody who has Meniere's disease, it's TMJ. I've seen that post today too. So you got to learn to live with it, regardless. And if you need therapy, go get it. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life, change mine. So remember one thing, it's kind of a new thing I've kind of got in my head. I got you, you got me, and together, we're unstoppable. On that note, I'll talk to y'all later.